Hey everybody, welcome to WhyBuy. Let's talk about the VOX AC15 Tube Amp. I've been playing guitar for probably close to 15 years now, most of those being in a metal sense. I've used a few guitars and a few amps in the past, and they've all been for the purpose of playing metal. A few years ago, a friend of mine and I got together and we were jamming out, and what I really liked with his style of play was that it was 100% based on freestyling and just playing from the soul, so to speak. And I loved that when we were jamming. So yeah, like historically when I would get together and jam with a band, we would have, songs practice and we would essentially just rehearse songs. Whereas getting together with my friend, we would just go. There was no practice or anything you needed to do, just to get together and just start playing some music. The best sound you can get, in my opinion, is out of a tube amp for something like that. First time I heard this amp, I was actually in a guitar store. There was a guy who was playing one of those big fat white and gold Gretsch Victory guitars, I think they're called. Don't quote me on that. But they're just those big semi-hollow body guitars with the big gold humbuckers and the big gold whammy bar. And I heard him playing out of this, and it sounded so good. I didn't even know this existed until that day. Waited for him to finish, picked up a Strat, plugged it in, and just played around and just instantly fell in love. No intent on buying an amp that day, but I walked out of the store with this, and it's been awesome ever since. Just when you compare it to a solid state amp, it just blows it out of the water when you're trying to play just clean. There's not a whole lot to this amp. You can just plug it in and go, and that's my favorite part about it, is the sound you get out of this amp. It's iconic. For me, I like having the ability to crank something up, and if I do want distortion, I can add it. So the only pedal that I would ever buy for this amp, I think, would be something like the Tube Screamer. That green pedal that doesn't have too much other offerings than just making there be a little bit extra, crunch to your amp. I mean, you're not going to be able to get a very heavy metal sound out of this, but that's not what it's for. Right? So you wouldn't buy it for that. But if you're just wanting to freestyle with a guitar like this, with just jamming out, hearing the notes, having this full-bodied sound, that is really, you're gonna get that with this amp. That's why VOX has been around for so long. People love it for that purpose, and it looks great. It looks fucking awesome. Beep. That's it. That's really, and in my opinion, that's all you need. You're not buying something that you want to be able to manipulate to a million different sounds. This is a VOX amp. You get the VOX sound, and you can manipulate it a little bit. It's gonna be a little different depending on the guitar that you play with, but yeah, you're paying for a VOX, you're getting a VOX, so there's not much you can change, and I love it. Okay, so if you thought this video was helpful, please like and subscribe, show your support, and thanks for watching. Are you filming this?
It's gotta dust it off.
That's what happens when you pull a guitar out after you haven't used it for 2 years and it was left at your old bandmate's house. Looks like there's beer spilled all over this. Anybody want to buy this? Good memories with this guitar.
Oh, I'm using that one.